In my opinion, Call of Duty has been riding the line between pay to win and not for quite a while now, starting all the way back in 2014 with the release of Advanced Warfare and supply drops. And while Advanced Warfare did have a really good system for giving you those supply drops for free, specifically giving you them every 45 minutes of multiplayer gameplay and also upon level up, it still was easiest to get the good shit if you spent money. And holy shit, did it only get worse before it got better. With Call of Duty Black Ops 3 being the absolute worst in my opinion. There were so many damn weapons that you could only get through supply drops, and it felt super sluggish to get them for free. So if you wanted any of the good weapons, you had to fork over a lot of money. I played that game for a long time, and other than the couple contracts they gave you for free weapons, I only ever got one ranged weapon out of supply drops. And it didn't look like this trend was going anywhere. Then one day, there was a glimmer of hope. Infinite Warfare came and blessed us with the option of being able to complete challenges to unlock the weapons. Although you could still just buy the season pass and get them immediately. Pay to win. And while this new system of introducing new weapons into the Call of Duty games looked very promising, supply drops were still very well and alive. Then one day, they vanished. A year had passed and my brother and I discovered their new pay-to-win model. A tier list system called a Battle Pass. And although it seemed cool at first, they started dropping new weapons that you could unlock with challenges that you got instantly if you bought the Battle Pass. And I believe that still counts as pay to win. While I still do count this as pay to win, it makes the weapons feel a lot more obtainable, so the game still feels playable and enjoyable, even if you don't want to drop a fuck ton of money on it. Now, I personally really enjoy the challenge model of unlocking weapons. It feels really fun and gives you tasks to complete, and you feel like you're being rewarded for those tasks. But it still does kind of suck when people can just fork over a little bit of cash and get that thing I worked hard for just instantly. And no one really seems to be complaining about this because the weapons are bundled in with the rest of the Battle Pass, and the Battle Pass isn't that expensive. So you spend a little bit of money and you get a lot. I just don't like that they put the weapons in there, and then also, there's no more supply drops, so no one really cares anymore. And while I am complaining about this, I much prefer this than the supply drops. The supply drops absolutely sucked, and I am so glad they're gone. And I personally thought we were heading in an upward direction of making Call of Duty less and less pay to win and going back to more what it used to be. That was until I saw this bullshit. What the fuck is this? That's right, guys, your eyes are not deceiving you. Call of Duty is now offering special DMZ perks and bonuses to specific operators that you can purchase in the store. Now, I feel like a lot of people are going to think this doesn't matter or not care because it's for DMZ mode, and I understand that. I understand DMZ is not the most popular game mode in that game, probably not even the most second popular. It's probably the least. It's probably on the bottom of the ladder. But this still makes me angry and also concerns me for a few reasons. Number one is that I figure they're doing this to try to entice people to play DMZ more. They figure people will want to buy the bundles, and then because they get a bonus for DMZ, might as well play the game mode. But what that says to me is that they're not willing to actually put in the work to make DMZ a better game mode. Instead, they're just going to shove pay-to-win bonuses down your throat and be like, well, I mean, you get all this other shit for Warzone and multiplayer, but we're also going to give you this special perk to DMZ that only you get if you buy this, so you might as well go play that game mode too. Please, 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 we made it. Please play it. I just... What this says to me is that they're not willing to put in the work to make DMZ a better game mode in itself by, I don't know, doing something like actually maybe you can extract with loot that you pick up instead of just your weapons and like one or two special types of items. Actually allow me to take good loot out of the fucking raid with me, like my plates, my grenades, my stims, and stash those in my storage that I can take with me into the next raid. Because right now, it just feels like Warzone with bots. Another cool thing you could do is add an operator skin. Some cosmetics that you could unlock only through DMZ challenges. They've already done this with weapons like, for example, the M13 assault rifle. In order to unlock that gun, you had to go into DMZ and kill the boss who was holding it and then extract with the weapon. That was fun. When I did that with my friends, we had an absolute blast. Put more stuff like that in it. Maybe you have to get a case, put it in your inventory and extract with it, and then you unlock a cool new operator or something like that. Just instead of making us pay for better shit, for the game mode, how about you just make the game mode better or make it more fun? Then maybe people will be more likely to play it. But no, we're not going to fix it. We're just going to let you buy bonuses for the game mode that make you feel like you have to play it in order to get your full money's worth. Because it was in the bundle, you might as well go play DMZ. Another concern that this whole problem brings to me is the fact that no one's gonna care because it's DMZ. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, well, it's just DMZ mode, who gives a crap? Well, guess what, motherfuckers? If you don't give a shit about it being in DMZ, that increases the chance of it ending up in multiplayer and Warzone. Do I think Activision is stupid enough to do that right now? Absolutely not. Do I think they are brave enough to do it eventually? Abso-fucking-lutely. Because if nobody cares if it's in DMZ or nobody complains, who says anyone's going to complain if it's in multiplayer and Warzone? The reason I think it's important that we complain about this now and speak out about this now is because if we don't, I think it's a very high chance that it's going to get to the point where it's too late to complain and it's already in the game for multiplayer and Warzone. And it won't matter about skill. It won't matter if these people are better at the game than you are not, because they'll have the advantage of money. And while I don't necessarily think Call of Duty is close to becoming this, I also think it is a very real possibility. And I really don't want to see that happen. Now, I don't think Call of Duty is some masterpiece franchise at the forefront of gaming, but it is special to me. Like a lot of you, I grew up playing Call of Duty with my siblings and friends, and it was a blast, and it's still a blast. It was a simple, fun arcade shooter that we could either just turn our brains off and play for fun, or get into it and have a competitive outlet. And since I've moved out of my parents' place, I don't see my younger brother as often as I used to. So playing video games together is one of the ways that we can still frequently connect. And playing Call of Duty specifically is one of the games we really enjoy to play. And I don't want to see it become some dumb pay-to-win franchise that you have to fork over hundreds of dollars to just to have a chance. Because if that happens, we're not going to be playing that game anymore. And I mean, realistically, we'll just find something else and still have fun with it, but I would like Call of Duty to still last and be able to play it with my brother. And for those reasons, that's why this small little thing of them offering a DMZ bonus is kind of a big deal for me. Anyway, that concludes my Call of Duty rant. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. Also, if you liked this video, please drop a like and subscribe. I really enjoyed making this video, and I'd really like to make videos more of this style. This is my first real attempt at it, so I'm really looking forward to this and putting this out there, and I really want to make more. So if you want to see more from me, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And with that being said, have a fantastic week, and see you later.